and welcome to another episode of Window Cleaning Reality Check. In today's episode, a bit of a controversial one. Top 8 reasons why you could be losing customers, not to other window cleaning companies, but to people like me. And when I say me, I'm not just talking about me. I'm talking about anybody who sells window cleaning supplies. Could be my shop, could be my competitors, could be Home Depot, Lowe's, Amazon, basically any place that sells scrubbers, squeegees, extension poles, etc. And why would these people be coming to me, these homeowners and business owners? Why aren't they going to your competitors? Well, it's probably because they had such a bad experience that they've kind of lost faith in hiring another window cleaning company. So they figure they're going to do it themselves to have a much better window cleaning experience. This is something that's very, very unfortunate. And I got to preface this by saying, I'm not suggesting this is actually you who's watching this video that's committing some of these offenses. I'm in fact hoping that it's the other guy, your competitor. And, because honestly, I want you guys to do well, obviously. Customers, if a homeowner comes into me, it really doesn't benefit me all that much. Sure, I may get the sale that one day, but guess what? I'm never going to see that person again. I'd much rather window cleaners satisfy the customers as much as possible so that they just keep working year after year, season after season, and keep coming back to me over and over again to buy tools. You see, it's a win-win for me if you guys are like superheroes out there. It's a very temporary high if I get a customer coming in, a homeowner, who walks away with $300 worth of tools. Wow, big deal. $300 is nothing to sneeze at, but like I said, I'm never going to see that customer again. So I'd much rather see you guys come in my store. And again, I'm not talking necessarily to you. I could be talking to your competition who's making these top 8 little mistakes. Then again, if there is any of you out there that may be committing 1 or 2 of these, the number 1 reason you may have lost a customer to me: a bad cleaning. Now, it might seem pretty obvious, but we could be talking about a whole host of things here. It could be everything from poor quality of window cleaning, the windows look streaky or there's missed some spots. Could be that you missed a whole window here and there. Could be that you missed a screen or you didn't detail some tracks. Could be that you broke something. I was a window cleaner for almost 7 years, and I didn't have a perfect window cleaning job all the time, most of the time. In fact, I recall that I probably had 3 callbacks in 7 years for something was missed or the customer wasn't satisfied. And really, this point here isn't about you've got to be perfect all the time. Things happened, but it's really about how did you resolve it? Did you go back right away? Did you check on what the customer was reporting on? If they said they missed a window, did you just go back and say, oh yeah, I missed that window, and clean that window? Or did you do that plus tell the customer, I'm going to go around and inspect everything again, just make 100% sure that we've got it all taken care of? Did you go the extra mile? I know in my first year, I broke a couple of storm windows. I was pretty green behind the ears and didn't really know about dealing with storm windows that were painted shut. I tried to be the hero and try to get them open, and I wiggled them too much, and I broke a couple storm windows the first year. But I can tell you that the customer had new glass back up in their windows in 24 hours, and those customers became repeat customers. So a bad window cleaning, it's unfortunate, but this is also the opportunity for you guys to shine, step up to the plate, and not only satisfy the customer, but make them thrilled with the way you paid attention to their concerns, and they're going to call you back next season. And now on to the second reasons why you could be losing customers to me. Poor communication. Now, going back to that first point about the bad cleaning that the customer might have complained about, is it a bad cleaning because you just did a poor job or because they were expecting something that they didn't receive? For instance, when you quote a window cleaning, do you tell them everything that's included? Residential window cleaning, are you including the tracks? What do you do with the tracks? Do you just brush them out, or do you actually go in there with a spray bottle and a little toothbrush and get right into the corners? What about screens? Do you just simply brush them off, or do you take them outside and hose them down? Do you put them through a screen cleaning machine? And what about things like when you're going to arrive for the job? Do you tell them that, okay, we'll be there right at 11 o'clock and do your window cleaning? Or, because it's the second job of the day, do you actually tell them, we're going to be arriving between this window of, let's say, 10:30 and 12 noon? Simple things as communication can really break down. And there's another side of poor communication that I see out there, and that's with text messages. Some people are just, some companies are just so hell-bent on doing everything by text message. For some reason, they don't want to talk to the clients. Maybe you should find out, whenever you sign a client on, what is your preferred method of communication? Some like text messages, some like emails, some just want to talk to a person on the other line. There's nothing wrong with talking. I mean, I know this is a fast-paced world and it's so much easier to use text, but sometimes things get lost with text messages. Sometimes we don't want to do too much detailing in our text messages. We just want a few words. Well, how are you going to explain your whole cleaning process to a customer just by text messages? So think about this the next time something goes a little bit awry with your window cleaning job and your customer seems to be unsatisfied. Was there something lost in the communication process? And now to reason 3 why you might be losing customers to me. Price too high. Now, I'm not telling you to be the cheapest window cleaner out there. Charge whatever you need to charge. The thing is, are your customers feeling that they're getting what they paid for? Are they feeling that it's worth your price? I always try to tell people who come in here, maybe there might be a new company just starting off and they're asking me about, what kind of pricing to charge and should they be running deals and whatnot. And I always tell them pricing is one of those things that you really want to get a good grip on early on in your business, building your business. And it's nothing wrong with being the higher priced window cleaning company in town. But the thing is, when people talk about you, they should be saying that, yeah, maybe he charges more than the other guy, but he's worth it. If your customers are coming back at the end of the job and looking around and saying, what the heck did I just pay for? Like this is a joke. I paid way more than my last window cleaner, and you guys you came in there, you were just acting like a bunch of monkeys, swinging off ladders and splashing water around. You did a poor job, broke a couple of things, wrecked my hedges, my flower bed or whatever. You walked away and here it is, I'm out several $100s. That was not worth it at all. So yeah, nothing wrong with being the high priced window cleaner. Just make sure that your service is equal to that. Reason number 4 why your window cleaning customers may now be coming to me. Rude window cleaning business owner or crew member. Look, I'll be the first to admit that the world would be a very boring place if we were all the same type of personality. Everybody was all pleasant all the time. It's the reason why we go watch movies, right? We always want to see a good guy versus the bad guy. But this is your business that we're talking about here, and the way you behave in front of your clients is really going to set the tone, not just about you, but also for your business. And this extends, not just to the window cleaning business owner, but obviously to the crew members. Your technicians out there. If you've got somebody on your crew that's, rude, just, generally, or they get, they're oversensitive, so they get real hot-headed really quick whenever you point anything out to them, you critique them or whatever. And I've actually had homeowners come into my store and said, my last window cleaner, for the most part, he does a pretty good job, but if I ever, question him on anything, he blows up at me. He actually yells at me. And, I can't wrap my head around that. So definitely, if you're the type of person that's oversensitive, you can't take critique very well, or you have somebody on your staff who's like that, don't have them in front of customers. This is why you have crew leaders. This is why you have front office people who know how to communicate well with customers. Reason number 5 why your customers may be coming to me. Poor grooming. That's right, it's a bit of a sensitive topic here, but it's very important. I mean, you're representing a cleaning company. Are you showing up looking like you've got some fresh clothes on and you ran a comb through your hair and you brushed your teeth and you don't smell like BO, and even how you behave on the job site? I mean, part of grooming is behavior as well. It's like, are your crew members yelling at each other, swearing at each other? It's incredible some of the things that I've seen, even when I was a window cleaner. You know, sometimes I'd be working at one house and I'd see another window cleaning company working across the street, and one employee's yelling at the other and swearing this and swearing that.
He didn't get out of the cock-a-doodle car!
You know, all of these things make an impression. And now for the sixth reason why you might be losing customers to me. Window cleaner no-shows or scheduling conflicts. Yes, I know it's hard to pin down exactly what time you'll be at a customer's house, especially if it's the second or third job of the day. But just not showing up, there's no excuse for that. And believe me, I've heard from some homeowners who come in to buy some tools that, yep, they've had exactly that. The window cleaner just never showed up. Or he called 2 or 3 days later and he said, oh, gee, I'm sorry, I didn't make it that day. I got held up on a job and I didn't know when I would be able to reschedule, but I'm calling you back now. Well, 2 or 3 days later, I mean, what is that? So, you know, if you're not a good time management person, I'm hoping that you might know somebody in your business, in your crew, that could probably help with scheduling. Get things dialed down so that, you know, these types of things don't happen. There's no excuse for not showing up, or at least not calling to explain that, you know, we got into a situation on a job, really apologize, we can't make it this day, but we'd love to be able to, you know, get you in on the schedule ASAP, whatever it takes to save the job. Reason number 7 why you may be losing customers to me. Ooh, the Waterfed Pole. This is a tough one. See, many of you will know that I sell water-fed poles. I've used water-fed poles when I was a window cleaner. And this is an area where I see a lot of, especially newer companies, getting themselves in trouble. In fact, I know companies that have gotten into this business simply because they saw somebody cleaning a window high up with a pole and they said, wow, I can get into window cleaning now without getting ladders? This is perfect. I'd love this. Doesn't exactly mean they know how to use the water-fed pole system. Doesn't exactly mean that they know how to be a window cleaner. I mean, learning to clean windows traditionally, you know, I always tell people, unless there's hard water stains or some other kind of staining or defect with the glass, there's absolutely no excuse for walking away from a window without having perfect results. Why? Because the glass is right in front of you. Doesn't matter whether your tools are even in good shape. You can always go back and detail it with a rag. But it's very hard for somebody, especially a beginner to window cleaning, to be able to get good results with the water-fed pole if they can't see what they're doing. Which is why I always tell people, you got to start working on windows in front of you with the water-fed pole. Then go one level up. Try that out. Check your work. And if these techniques are working, you should be able to repeat that on the 3rd floor and then the 4th floor. And of course, if you're not too strong, you can't really do much higher than that because you can't control the pole properly. But everybody needs to know their limitations. But the other thing too is that even when you're window cleaning, if you're doing window cleaning traditionally, there's always the technique of, you know, after you've squeegeed and detailed, to look at it on the sides, you know. Sometimes just changing your light on either side will tell you, oh, I missed something over here, I missed something over there. And then over time, you get to know in your technique how not to have that problem. It's very, very hard for people who are new to water-fed pole to get that. It's just a matter of practice. And the other thing too is that I notice some people think that the water-fed pole is some kind of magic wand, that all you have to do is, you know, wave it up in the air and just wiggle it around a little bit on the window. There's a real technique to it, and there's tons of videos out nowadays. I mean, back in the day when I was started with water-fed pole, there was like maybe 3 or 4 good, decent videos on water-fed pole technique. Now there's dozens and dozens. You know, there's no reason why you can't learn if you apply yourself. So yeah, the water-fed pole can get a very bad name, but it's for all the wrong reasons. It's not the technology, it's not the tool, it's people's approach to it or lack of approach to it. It's just, no, it's a magic wand. I saw a guy doing it. That's why I got into business with it. No, it's not like that. It's a tool like any other. You got to know how to use it. And lastly, reason number 8 why you may be losing customers to me. My window cleaner is missing in action. That's right, folks. This is a bit of a silly one, but I do hear it from time to time from customers when they come in, talking about homeowners. They come in, they had a window cleaner, used them for years, loved them, great price, nice guy. Suddenly, out of nowhere, I can't get a hold of them anymore. And sometimes it's for the silliest reasons. They try to call the number, no longer in service. Guy's got a new phone, but he failed to tell people, I've got a new number now if you want to call us. I've got a new website. The other one doesn't work anymore. It was hosted by some cheap company, but I got a new website. But I'm not going to tell anybody about it. Voicemails being full all the time. Oh yeah, it's such a chore to clean out my voicemail. Emails bouncing back. Oh yeah, I got a new server and I'm using a new email service, and yeah, I haven't told anybody I have a new email yet. I haven't sent out a big blast to my customers, letting them know my new email address. Guys, these are the lines of communications between you and your customers. This is your lifeline to your business. What amazes me even more is that there are even window cleaners that I've tried to get a hold of, because maybe they've inquired about a product a few months ago, and so I go to email them back, and then that email bounces back to me. This is not a legitimate email, and they haven't, let anybody know that we have a new email. And when I talk to them about it, when I finally do track them down, they don't even seem that concerned, which is a total mystery to me. I'll say, hey Bob, I've been trying to get a hold of you. Yeah, I've been having some trouble with my email. Yeah, okay. Doesn't this concern you? Like, how many customers have been trying to book jobs with you and they haven't been able to get a hold of you? So such a silly reason for you to eventually lose a customer permanently. And even sillier to lose it to, a place like my store where I don't really want to sell to homeowners. Like I told you in the beginning of the video, does not benefit me. It's a one-time sale, big deal, whoop-de-doo. I'd much rather serve window cleaners over and over again because they're successful, because they build a business bigger and bigger season after season. So there you have it, the top 8 reasons why you could be losing your business to someone like me or my competitor or anybody who sells window cleaning tools. Don't want it to happen. So go ahead, guys. I know, like I said, I'm really hoping this isn't you that this video is made for. I'm hoping it's your competitor. But, if there's anything in there that you think you might need to sharpen up, by all means, go and do it, and have a great 2022 window cleaning season, and stay tuned for the next episode of Window Cleaning Reality Check. Bye for now.